Great. How's that? Tommy Kelleher. Invitation and pledge.
Everybody, thanks for being here today. We've got an invitation this morning. It goes like this: says, we give thanks for the opportunity to be a Rotarian. Rotarians dig wells from which we will never drink, vaccinate children which we will never meet, restore eyesight for those who we will never see. We build housing which we will never live. We educate children we will never know. We plant trees under which we will never sit. We feed hungry people regardless of their backgrounds. We know real happiness, which, it has been said, can only be found by helping others. For this opportunity, we give thanks. Amen. Amen. Will you please rise for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Bless America. Stand beside
All right. I know we've got a visiting Rotarian guest today. Keith, where'd you go, Keith? He's visiting Rotarian from Nashville. There he is. Could you stand and introduce yourself, Keith?
My name is you all are always invited, especially this time of the year. I'm glad to be here. It's my first time to visit your club, and it's great. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Keith, and is this the week for leaves up there? Leaf keeping season, okay. Great, go visit Asheville if you want. What day of the week do y'all meet? Thursday morning, noon, okay. So Thursday noon, Asheville Club, Rotary Club of Asheville. All right. Any other guests? Not okay. So we're right along. Don't forget the red buckets in the middle of the table. That's Dementia Alliance of North Carolina. All that stays local for our local Dementia Alliance of North Carolina fighting horrible diseases of dementia and Alzheimer's. Any happy dollars this week? Where did Charlie Upshaw go? Here he is.
Nice to be here. I'm having a nice meeting with the memorial service in Princeton, Kentucky. Anybody got anything happy dollars? Go, sir.
$10 for the Big Ten, and the co-leader of Big Ten, it's Ohio State, taking down the Nittany Lions this weekend, and also for, which I think is the top 10 for North Carolina, no more. Here's the Go Cavaliers. Now, thank you. Ready to steal my money.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Kevin. Anybody else? Back from England? A friend back from England?
No, I'm just kidding. That's what I mean, you might have a third sheet of power.
Thank you. It's lovely to be back. I should have warned you for those I haven't told. I've had 2 espressos, 1 cappuccino, and 2 coffees so far this morning because I landed at 1 a.m. and for anyone wondering, I'll be running a marathon straight after this meeting in my simple leg shoes.
Okay. Okay.
All right, wonderful, welcome back, Peter, good to see you, and, Patty, I think that makes 3 Big Ten fans now, right? Yeah, Kevin? Yeah, I had no idea. All right. Next week, we have, a special, this is gonna be really exciting, maybe the cutest, meeting we've ever had. Tim Jansen from the SPCA is going to be here to talk about the state of pet adoptions across Dade County. And I spoke with our fantastic host Alex with Tobacco Road and Dave Forrest, who knows him, and there may be a furry friend here. So Leslie, I'm also very excited. So don't miss that. Come see it. Like I said, cutest Rotary meeting up. Kurt Warner is going to talk to us on November 6th. That's the week before, the Monday before our Veterans Day fundraiser about veteran affairs. And then the next week, we're going to continue the theme, and we're going to have Morgan Robertson from Stop Soldier Suicide, and Tommy Keller put us in contact with her. That's a fantastic organization. Then we have no meeting on the week of Thanksgiving. That's Monday, November 20th. We will not be meeting. This week on Wednesday, there's going to be an informational meeting for the Dominican Republic District Grant Trip that will happen in March of 2024. Again, they're looking for 30, 40, even 50 Rotarians from District 7710 to go over to the Dominican Republic and help, I believe it's 6 to 9 houses for the residents of Dominican. And I looked through the list of people who had RSVP'd for this informational meeting, and I saw Kevin, can you raise your hands if y'all are going to be in? 1, 2, 3. Got quite a few. So y'all please take good notes, so we can share the information to the club, if anybody else is interested. Again, there's still time to RSVP for that. Rick Farmuga's email is in this week's bulletin, so check that if you are interested and go out this week, Wednesday at 6 p.m. to learn more about it. No nosy neighbor, because we've got lots of great things happening today. Raffle time, and then next is going to be Patty.
So today's an interesting raffle. We've sold some tickets. We had a lot of big ticket buyers buying big pieces. So even though we sold a bunch of tickets, we've only got a few names of the raffle. If you bought a ticket today, your chances are pretty decent. Patty, you look like an honest guy. Can you draw us?
Well, I have a ticket.
Oh, you have?
They're gonna hate you.
Somebody's gonna like it very much. That's true. All right. We've got 800-2472. Yeah, Peter. All right.
Welcome back, Peter. Congratulations. Remember, that raffle is every single week. So bring $5 flat raffle ticket, and as you saw, we've been there's been lots of different people winning, so being widespread. All right.
Thank you, President Terry. I actually want to do 2 things today in regards to the foundation, because we are going to hear from our major gifts officer foundation. But as you recall, over the last few weeks, we've been getting some Paul Harris Fellows as a result of the points that I was able to give to support those folks. So there were 5 of them, we've given 4 out, and today I'm going to give the 5th one. So, Eric Jones, would you go up here, please? If there's anyone who has personified the spirit of Rotary and the work that is done, jumping in, particularly fundraising, who do an amazing amount of work on behalf of Rotary itself and our club. Eric has, and we're grateful to for all of that. So today I'm awarding you this full Harris Fellow. Okay. Congratulations. Well, we've come today to talk about our Rotary Foundation. Many of you know we have a foundation of our own here in the club. And to be part of that foundation, you give a gift of $500, which makes you eligible for what we call a Leicester Woodall Society as part of the club. So while any donation is accepted to be part of the Leicester Woodall Society, it's a minimum of $500. So we have two folks today who want to recognize and join that club, that society. So I invite Randy Proctor and David Ross, come forward. Sorry. Thank you, Randy. We really appreciate the effort that you made to support the foundation itself and the work we do. And so thank you so much. And these things represent the membership in the Leicester Football Society. Thank you for everything. And just one final point, of course, there is another way that you consider giving to our foundation, and that's through request you can make to the foundation upon your death. So please also consider that option as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patty. Congratulations, Juicy, David, and Randy. And Patty, thank you again for your generosity in donating your points for this Paul Harris Society membership. And if you are interested in finding out if you have some points that you can donate for one of our club members to become a Paul Harris Society member, go see Patty. He can explain how to do that. It's a real simple form that you fill out. All right. Next up. We have fundraising time for Kurt, Warner, and Juicy. Could y'all make your way up to the front?
But you know, the club fundraiser is the on Veterans Day itself. So what better way to honor some of our veterans than to show up at our fundraiser? One of the recipients of this fundraiser is the Veterans Life Center of North Carolina. It's up at Camp Butler. It is a residential facility that's been created in the last, it's over 2 years, almost 2 years now, with federal and state funding and private donations. And it is unbelievable. The mission is to take care of 21st century warriors. So the ones that are coming back from the Southwest Asia theaters have issues. And they're taking them as a last resort as a residential program to help them with all kinds of therapies, educational retraining. It's not a halfway house, it's literally a way house. And we're taking homeless folks and turning them into homeowners. We're getting them into colleges, we're getting them into new trades. These are people that are living out of their cars that are fought for us downrange. So it's at-risk folks. It's stopping homelessness, incarceration, suicide, and premature death. We are really saving lives up there. So the Veterans Life Center, I gotta tell you, it's a residential program with 50 folks. It's a 2-year potential program. They literally live there, eat there, go out to work in the communities, get re-educated in different trades. This is a wonderful support. It's a novel program. There's nothing like it in North Carolina, and we should support it. It's a tremendous facility and a tremendous amount of effort from folks. We're going to hear from John Turner, who's executive director, on when I'm talking November 6th. Before that, and he'll give you a lot more in the testimonial videos, and tell you about what's going on up there. But, these guys are doing God's work. We are about so great. Thanks. Great project.
Man, so thank you, everybody, whoever gave me those points to become a flyer. Thank you, Patty. All right. This fundraiser really means a lot to me. And I wasn't even gonna talk about this today, but thank you, Patty. I actually spent 8 months at a rehab facility in Pennsylvania. About 2 years ago, 2 years before I moved down here to Raleigh, North Carolina. And it really changed my life. Coming back from the military was very hard. And to have the opportunity to give back is so meaningful. And we are currently way behind on our goal, as far as people showing up. And I really want to bring it home how important it is to either buy a ticket and give it to a veteran that you know that might not have family to be able to go and see on Veterans Day, or be able to go and see some of their friends. I was allotted the opportunity, by my own, just kind of taking my life by my own hands and going to Michigan for 2 months to spend with one of my friends from the Marine Corps. And it really drove it home how important it is for that camaraderie. And to be able to have that on Veterans Day with, I mean, strangers that you don't know, but veterans that, you know, automatically bring you in as family. So if you're not gonna go to the fundraiser yourself, please donate a ticket to a friend, a family member, or to somebody at the Veterans Life Center that might not have anywhere to go. So thank you. We're looking to sell 10 tickets today. And also these are sponsors that have already given to the fundraiser. And we're hoping to raise $15,000 during this fundraiser. And that's the highest goal that we've set since I've been here at the Raleigh Rotary Club. And I want to continue to see these numbers at our fundraiser grow. We all know people that, you know, we're at the end of the year, they have some money to give away as far as write-offs go. Reach out if you know somebody, reach out to myself, Carrie, or John, and we'll reach out for you if you don't feel comfortable doing that. Again, really important. The work that they're doing at the Veterans Life Center is very important, and I'm one of the people that can definitely say that they are doing God's work. And these are the rest of our silent auction donors, and we're looking for more silent auction items to be donated and for people to bid on. And this is a huge selling point to people who aren't Rotary members and aren't also the veterans that are going to be showing up themselves. So if you know somebody that would be a good person to donate a auction item, like Tom donates golfing at the Carolina Country Club, and that has been a big seller at the fundraisers that I've been a part of so far. So if you have a private golf club that you can invite people to, that's a great donation as well. So any little bit helps, and we're looking to do big things during this fundraiser. Thank you.
Lucy, welcome back, and thank you for sharing your personal experience about returning from the Marine Corps. Everybody go talk to Juicy afterwards for more information about the fundraiser. Leslie Oliver is collecting silent auction donations. It is an impactful project or fundraiser that we're going to be doing as Kurt mentioned. This is a state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind veterans life center home in North Carolina, and it has a big impact on the community. There's a lot of veterans that live here in North Carolina. So QR codes up there and purchase tickets. We're hoping to sell 10 by the end of this meeting, so scan that, and there's also a flyer on your table where you can scan it as well. So Shakima, if you make your way up to the front, and Richard Adrian will be up after Shakima. Shake's gonna talk to us about a rotor rack event last week, a resume and professional development workshop held at NC State.
Good afternoon, my name is Shakima McLean, I'm the Vice President of New Generation. I can't speak like, my chair, Mr. Dr. Richard Watkins, but I'm gonna give my best. This past Wednesday, Thursday timeframe, we participated in a resume workshop that the Rotary State students then had, and it went very well. I like to say that, the students that we had were very excited that we came through. And we also actually, it blew my mind, I was able to present them with a tree. I met a fellow, Rotarian from another club, from Nightdale, who happened to be in that profession. And I was able to bring her to the event that same day as she was bringing me to the event. So they was like really, really amazed that she was able to assist them and giving them extreme and important advice in how to approach when it comes to their resume structure and how to utilize keywords, which was very important. And being that they were college students, just how in the formatting of the resumes, it was just like, they were just really wild about it. It was exciting, and we were too. They also had the president of the Black Street. He was actually the president of West Raleigh Club as well. So they definitely had a huge tree coming through. So we're looking forward to building up and having more Rotarians come out to NC State and aiding them in their club endeavors and whatever projects they come up with. And if any of our club members are interested, by all means, reach out to Self or Richard. They're excited for Rotarians to come out. That's the whole point. And we need y'all because we are also working on establishing our high school division. I know y'all heard us talk about it before, our interacts. So just please keep that in your radar. We need your help in sponsoring these clubs. They're awesome, they're great, they're willing to serve. And you can't do nothing without them. So by all means, if you have the time, please reach out to us. We have a lot of community service coming down, so if y'all can participate, they're more than willing to substitute for us. So we need your help. We need all that we can. God bless you. Thank you.
To stay here, the little pad. As Shane mentioned, we provide community service, and with that, Richard Apron.
Good afternoon, folks. Richard Evans, Service Chair of the club. This past weekend, Coastal Federal Credit Union, Kane Realty, and the American Cancer Society partnered for Connected for a Cure. This was a family event, public event that focused on financial health and healthy lifestyles. Shakes was there with her Rotarian training son as well, helping us out. It was a great event, well attended, and next Saturday, this Saturday, we have our other final service problem of the month, where it's our trunk or treat at the Center Road Community Center. I understand we need 2 or 3 more vehicles.
2 or 3 would be great.
2 or 3 more vehicles decorated with candy.
And we need more candy.
And we need some more candy. I think we have a service social on Thursday.
Yes, but we're collecting something else for that.
But we're collecting something else with that. So, if anyone has any candy they would like to donate to this, please give me a call. I'll swing by and pick it up, or have it arranged and you pick it up. So, need a couple more vehicles decorated to the nines and Halloween stuff and some candy, and there'll be a free family event, and we Rotarian friendly to children, everybody. So, next month, November, if you recall, we have a partner with the Passive Wakehead Partnership. They recently moved their building I don't know if you guys know where the food bank is on Industrial Drive, the old Raleigh folks, still Bobby Chevrolet. They have, within the Wake partnership, they have a Tools for Schools, which is a store where teachers go and shop for school supplies. These are donated school supplies where teachers go and get things for their classroom, because I think the average teacher in Wake County spends $800 in school supplies. So every Saturday, we have an opportunity to kind of restock the stores for the teachers to shop. So we're gonna have plenty of opportunities to do that. It's a low lift, family friendly event, right Saturday morning, right in our wheelhouse, right in our backyard. So look for the links in future emails. Finally, as I was shopping for my son's Halloween costume on Target, I saw Christmas stuff, which means Salvation Army bell ring coming in December. Before you know it, that's one of our signature events. And I believe we won the bell last year, right?
We did, we're gonna keep it.
Hell or high water, we should keep it. So, we had a fantastic, sign up last year, excuse me. We'll do it again this year. Maybe we'll get some motor rack folks involved as well. Again, this is a signature event for this club. For your first timers, it's very important. And we usually ask for about 6 shifts average, so it's a great event, and to me personally, it's very special to me, because that's where I got to love with a lot of y'all. When you stand next to somebody who brings some bell for an hour, and you get to know somebody really well, so it's very impactful. So again, some great events. We're gonna finish out the year strong. We're gonna lead our this region, this country, and service projects. So thank you for the privilege of your time.
Thank you so much for all you do to schedule these great service projects. Jessica Cunningham, and you make way up for our membership moment. Got a great membership moment today. Sue Keith and Daniel, could y'all make your way up to the front as well?
All right, so we have a first reading today for Sue Keith. Sue Keith is a photographer and graphic designer with over 40 years of experience working in commercial branding, package design, and portraiture. Sue Keith, why don't you come up and tell us a little bit more about yourself and what attracted you about Rotary?
Okay, I'm just gonna read my statement so I don't ramble. But I am attracted to Rotary. My parents, especially my mom, did such a wonderful job modeling ways to care for and serve other people. And they taught me that the giving is the getting, which I really believe. Whenever I feel, challenged in life, I find that going out and finding someone to help is the way to feel better. So I didn't get the chance to caretake my parents because they died when I was pretty young. And sadly, my stepmom and all of my siblings have recently joined them. So here I am with all this caring still in my heart. And I think Rotary is a way, it's an opportunity to channel that caregiving into the world in a meaningful way. And also to meet new friends that also share this vision for a better world where people care about each other and no one is left behind, and we can make the world a better place. Yeah.
Thank you, Sue. We also have today an induction of Daniel Raleigh. Daniel's membership applications have been reviewed and approved in accordance with our club's constitution and bylaws. So we will now proceed in admitting him into the membership in Rotary Club of Raleigh and the Friendship of Rotary throughout the world. And those people I've asked to read the questions and
Promise I'm prepared. Will you join us as we strive to live a life of service above self?
Yes, I will.
will you join us in our activities for service projects and fundraising activities in support of our community?
Yes, I will.
And will you join us in supporting Rotary efforts worldwide, which focus on these 7 areas: promoting peace, disease prevention, providing clean water and sanitation, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, economic and community development, and protecting the environment. And fellow Rotarians, will you join me in fostering and supporting Daniel as he joins us in pursuing adding value to our community through service above self?
Surrey Roberts is his sponsor and was not able to make it today, so I get the honor of Cindy.
And also remember that next Thursday, the 26th at 5:30, we have our service social at Bowstring Pizza and Brewery. That's at the corner of Baker Hill and Wake Forest Road. Also remember that, we'll be supporting the Police for Tots, so you can bring, any toys, to that event, that'd be great. And of course, send any potential membership inquiries to Bill out on eternity.
Thank you, Jennifer. Daniel, welcome again to the Rotary Club of Raleigh. If you have not met him, please go meet him. He's a fantastic guy, has been all over the world. And Sue, you obviously have a heart for Rotary, and we're very excited about her second reading. Please go meet her as well. You can see her run up here and take some pictures. She's already giving back. And then Cindy, I don't know if y'all have gone to her website, Erin Realty. She has a whole section about how her company gives back to the community. Her company is doing the Toys for Tots drive, and I believe Cindy said we're going to bring a truck to collect the toys. So come out this Thursday, bring a toy for Toys for Tots, and Cindy will be there with her stuff. All right. Happy birthdays and anniversaries. You can read that. Kim Gold and Taylor McBain, happy birthday, and then Mark and Karen Dixon, happy anniversary. With that, we have our main event, Sean Teich, and I believe Patty Rooney will introduce now.
Thank you, President Ferry. Very pleased to introduce you today to John Teich. John is the major regional gifts officer for North and South Carolina. Took over this role in June this year. He took over actually from Carl Davis, who was a member of this club. When I found out that John was coming, I did issue an invitation to join Raleigh here, but he decided he was going to move somewhere west of Durham to Charlotte, which is where he lives with his wife. So I don't know, he came today, I don't know why he can't come in with money. What's the problem? Before John joined Rotary, he had been at William and Mary College in the fundraising area. He received his undergraduate degree in sports from Raleigh University, earned a master in sports administration, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. His wife, and he lives with his wife in Charlotte. They have two dogs, Romeo and Big E. Big E. You're gonna have to tell us about that. Okay. And he's a native of Bay City, Michigan. Sorry, Michigan. Oh well, we don't talk about that in the Big Ten. Because while Kurt up here today talk about Ohio State, I'm a Penn State supporter, so it was not a good day yesterday. But anyway, very pleased to introduce John Teich as a speaker today. Thank you.
I love coming back to the Triangle because college sports is home here, and the amount of trash talk that we can talk, it's one of my favorite things. So it's good to be back talking sports with Kurt. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I didn't grow up in a Michigan household. I didn't grow up in a Michigan State household, so I have no affinity to either school. So don't hold that against me being from Michigan. It's really good to be with y'all. I love being able to come out and speak with clubs, and holy cow, are y'all busy? Like, this is my favorite part about Rotary, is sometimes I feel like Rotary is almost like a full-time job. And y'all really embrace that motto and really come interact. So I love hearing about everything you're doing in your community. That fundraiser coming up is gonna impact the lives of veterans here, that's awesome. Y'all are living Rotary's values each and every day. And the Rotary Foundation does exactly that as well. So I really want to encourage you, just continue to be active in Rotary, because the more you're active in your club, the more people want to find out about what's Rotary, what are we doing here in the world, how are we changing people's lives? And that's how we continue to grow our membership, which in turn gives us more people that might want to learn more about our foundation and find ways to support and make an impact around the world and in our local communities. So, as Patty said, I started this role in June. Prior to that, I'd actually been doing this role out in San Diego, California. Joined the foundation out there in January of 2022, sorry, getting all my years mixed up. COVID threw off everything. I had the opportunity to come back to North Carolina when Carl transitioned to his new role with the foundation. And for me, it was an opportunity to come back home. North Carolina is a place I spent a lot of my life. I got my master's degree from UNC, which I know some people like, some people will hate. But my grandparents lived in Charlotte since about the 1980s. And I spent a lot of time going to them. So that's why I settled in Charlotte, as my 96-year-old grandfather lives there. And it's an opportunity for me to spend a lot more time with him and be there with him. And I'm loving Charlotte. Honestly, the Triangle is a really special place, and I love getting back here whenever I can. So what do I do with my job as a major gifts officer? A lot of people say, well, John, you raise money. It's a little bit more than that, because we have a very complex organization here with Rotary. Number one, the first and foremost job is to work one-on-one with donors. I want to be a resource and a liaison to you, that if you have any questions, concerns, or how you want to support the foundation, feel free to reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. I want to be a partner to you and help you figure out the best way for you to support the foundation. But also, my job is to work with districts and club leadership on that level. Work with Patty, work with Maria Howard, work at the district level to help provide training and education to our club leadership, to our members, and everybody that's there, so that people know how to support the foundation and what about the great work that the foundation is doing. But my favorite part about Rotary is, yes, we have a bunch of staff members that are based up in Evanston and our major gifts team that are based in our regions, but there are people right here in your club, in your district, and in your zone that are here to help you as volunteers. We don't have the success that we have in the foundation without volunteers like Patty that are talking about the foundation at the club level, without people at the district that are educating people on how to support the foundation in all of those ways. So not only am I here as a resource, you have your fellow Rotarians right here in the district and in the zone that want to help you, want to be your partner. So always, please feel free to reach out to them. They're a great liaison and a great resource for you to utilize. How many people have seen this theme, Create Hope in the World? I love this theme, and I love every theme, partially because I'm paid by Rotary as a staff member, but I just think they tie into the foundation so well. And Tommy, with your remarks today, you talked about providing books to kids we may never meet, providing polio drops to those we may never meet, providing water to those that we will never meet. That's creating the hope in the world right there. That is what Rotary does. You all as a club create hope in the world in your own community through what you're doing. We as a foundation all around the world are changing people's lives and creating hope in the world. So I hope when you see that logo for this year, you think about, what am I doing to create hope in the world here in the Raleigh community? What am I doing to create hope in the world all around the world for people I may never meet? And the more you think about it, every single gift you give to the foundation is being put in action, even if you might know about it. Every gift you give to the foundation is going out there to support the great work of other Rotarians, just like yourself, who want to change someone's life that day. And this is I'm going to try to, let's cut off, I'm going to take this for a second to go walk. The Rotary Foundation really is the driver to what we do. The Rotary Foundation is there to help support what you all want to do as a club, what you want to do as a Rotary member. That's why the foundation exists. The foundation does not exist for us at Rotary to say, this is how we're spending our money. The Rotary Foundation exists for you to say, how do you want us to spend the money? No other organization have I been a part of. I've worked in athletics, I've worked in fundraising and athletics, I've done a lot of other things. When it's athletic fundraising, we're telling you, hey, we want to build this nice new suites at the end of our end zone. Will you help us do it? We want to provide scholarships to these student athletes. Will you let you do it? With Rotary, it's what you want us. We said, the only thing that we say we want everybody to support is polio. That's the only thing across the board you will see Rotary as every single person to support. Beyond that, it's up to you and your heart where you want your money to give. But at the end of the day, the Rotary Foundation is the driver to what we do in our clubs and around the world. Now, why is the Rotary Foundation a great charity to support? It's because we put money where you want it to go. We just recently got our 15th consecutive 4-star charity navigator rating. Why is that important? Because when you get high ratings like that, it shows that we are a trustworthy organization that has lots of policies, lots of procedures, and puts your money into action where you want it to go. We don't take it and spend it other ways. You say, I want my money to go here, we make sure it's put there in action and it's doing what you want it to do. So last year, we had another very strong fundraising year. Around the world, through pledges, commitments, cash donations, district designated funds, Rotarians around the world raised $427 million. That's a huge number. We should be incredibly proud of that. But we're continuing to push forward. And the amazing part about this number, is what I'm amazed about, is that of that number there, 0.4% of the donors that give to the foundation represent $43 million of that number. Think about that. That 43% of that number comes from 0.4% of the donors. But I also look about that in the inverse. Think about all the other people, the other 60% of that comes from every single person doing their part. It takes everybody to do what we do at the foundation. The major donors are great. All Harris Fellows are great. But we can't do what we do without everybody giving every year to the foundation, whatever they're comfortable with. And I hope that's important you think about. Every single gift you take is multiplied and put into action because of other people that are supporting the foundation as well, just like you. Now, our bread and butter when it comes to work is district grants, global grants, and all the grants. That is what we do as Rotary. That's what makes us unique, is that when you donate to the foundation, that money comes to us in Evanston and then goes back out for clubs, districts to apply for grants to go do great work around the world. We just got these numbers finalized, but you can see $69 million in global grants. Almost 1,100 projects done around the world last year because of the support of the foundation. $28 million went right back in to those districts that applied for that money and wanted to make an impact in the local community. That's one of the biggest misnomers I think we think about when we hear about the Rotary Foundation is that money just goes to Evanston, it's there, it doesn't really come back to your local community to make an impact. That can't be farther from the truth. Those dollars are coming right back into your community to support projects that you all are passionate about. And I'll touch on that in a little bit. But over time, look at how much money, this is 2014 to 2023. Look at all those dollars that are put into action, the areas of focus that we're passionate about. That is a lot of dollars out there making a huge impact each and every year. And I love that we have these areas of focus because it gives us an opportunity to determine what areas we want as a foundation to be passionate about. These are the great work. The environment is our newest one, and obviously disease prevention and treatment with polio has been one of our longest standing ones. But you can see right there, your dollars are being put in action and making a difference in all these different areas. Now, when we think about global grants, we think about projects that are being done around the world. This is one of my favorite global grant projects to highlight. These are your dollars in action that are impacting the communities that you may never reach. This is the Guatemala Literacy Fund. This global grant just celebrated its 25th anniversary the other year. Over 1,100 clubs have participated in this project, and more than 276,000 students have been impacted by this global grant. We've given teachers access to better equipment, more books to students, and they've even developed a youth development program. These are your Rotary dollars in action around the world. These are what you make a gift to the foundation, it goes to annual fund share. When you make that gift, these are your world fund dollars going out into the world to make a difference, and right there in Guatemala. But when I talk about money coming back to you right here, Wake Smiles, one of the greatest projects I've heard about from the club level. What you all have done to take this from where it was to what it's doing now is absolutely impressive. But each and every year, you receive a district grant from this district to continue to help support that project each and every year. So your dollars that you give to the foundation are coming right back here to the club to support this incredibly tremendous project that you're doing. So always think about it. When I give to the foundation, my dollars are coming back to me to make a difference here in my community and to change the lives of the people that need it right here in Raleigh. Now, let's look forward to this year. You saw my dollar amount previously, 427 million. Trustee Barry this year has challenged everybody within Rotary to really step up and think about what more we can do to get a larger number. This is the largest number we have ever set for a goal in Rotary Foundation history, $500 million. I'll tell you this, it's gonna be a stretch. It's gonna be a challenge. I'm gonna be upfront with you about that. It's gonna take all of us. But, you know, earlier I mentioned that 0.4% of donors representing 43% of the money, or $43 million of the money. Did you know that 80% of Rotarians are not making a single donation to the foundation? That represents about 1 million Rotarians all around the world that aren't giving to the foundation. If all million of those donors gave just $25, that would be an additional $25 million that we could do to make an impact around the world. That's pretty staggering when you think about what we're doing and we're missing that chunk of Rotarians. Did I lose it? I can talk loud. Everybody hear me still? Okay, cool. It's pretty staggering when you think about that we're missing that chunk of Rotarians that aren't giving to our foundation, and we're still doing great work. So I encourage you, if you know somebody that hasn't made their gift to the foundation, encourage them to get started with their giving. If someone is thinking about giving a little bit more, encourage them to do that, because it's going to take all of us to hit this goal this year, working together. Now, that's kind of what the Rotary Foundation is doing at a 1,000-foot view. Those are your dollars in action. What I love most about my job is, yes, I'm called a major gifts officer, and yes, I'm a fundraiser. But I really genuinely feel like it's my job to partner with people to help them determine how they want to make an impact with the Rotary Foundation. And the first question that we sit down and talk about is it important for you to see your gift in action with an outright gift? Or is it okay to you that that might be a future commitment down the road? The Rotary Foundation is one of the premier organizations, I think, in valuing both legacy gifts and outright giving, because we understand that what we do today can shape the future of Rotary with legacy gifts. So that's really the first place to start when you think about giving to the foundation. Is it important for me to see it in action, or am I okay with it being a legacy gift, trusting what Rotarians are going to do in the future? Now, this is the best part about Rotary. When it comes to where to give, there are a lot of options. But at the end of the day, where to give to Rotary is where you are most passionate about. That's it. You could give to an area of focus because you believe that the environment is a huge next thing of what we're going to do. Or you believe that if everybody has access to clean water, they're going to be able to have a better life and be able to shape their lives going forward because of that. All of these options are available to you to give. And again, this is going to sound like the fundraiser. There's no wrong way to give to the Rotary Foundation. Every single gift you make to any of these areas is going to change somebody's life. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about how that money comes back to you exactly. You probably have heard Patty talk about it's time to make your annual donation. We're coming up on Foundation Month. It's a huge point to it. When you make a gift to Annual Fund Share, which is our main fund that helps everybody, I think we're on now. We're back. Thank you. Perfect. There we go. Maybe. Check. Maybe not. All good. You're good. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Somebody else is on. All good. When you give to Annual Fund Share, that money goes back to Evanston for 3 years, is invested, and then is split between the World Fund and back here to district designated funds, which you all have a say in. That's the other powerful thing about the Rotary Foundation. There's a lot of great charities that we work with around the world. Everybody's involved in here in the Raleigh community. But what other organization do you give money to, and then as a member have the opportunity to say, well, that's what I want that money to be spent on. That's the grant project that I want to work on. I'm connected to this organization.
You have a say in how these dollars are spent. And on an annual basis, this money comes back to you every 3 years for you to have a say in it. And it's so important to what we do as Rotary to have a strong annual fund share. But the next piece of it is endowment fund share. Now, annual fund, that's the one that comes back every 3 years. Our endowment fund is a fund that's there and it's invested in perpetuity, and only the earnings are spent. So any gift to the endowment fund, the principal is not spent, only the earnings are spent on any gift to the endowment fund. Now, we talked about annual fund share. That's what you give to typically every year. If you think about the endowment fund is the annual fund forever. The dollars from endowment fund share are invested and then come back to further enhance the district designated funds that are available to the district. And for example, at district training assembly this year, district foundation chair Marie Howard mentioned that annual fund giving dropped off a past few years ago. The pandemic was going on. We saw that across Rotary. But people gave to endowment fund share either in their estate or with outright giving previously, and that provided an additional $10,000 to the district, which allowed the district to provide all of their grant projects that were going to be able to be funded. This fund is a very powerful tool to continue the good work that's done here in the district for generations to come. Now, we talk about the endowment. I always like highlighting named endowed funds. Named endowed funds are a great way for somebody to leave their legacy with Rotary, to have an opportunity for your name to live on in perpetuity and support the work that you want to do. Those begin at $25,000, but those will yield approximately $1,000 every single year. So if you're a Paul Harris Fellow and you donate $1,000 a year to the foundation, giving a $25,000 endowment, either outright or in your estate plans, essentially makes you a Paul Harris Fellow for life. You will continue to give $1,000 every single year, and your legacy will live on to continue to make an impact with Rotary. Why is this such a big push for us at the foundation? We're talking about the endowment all the time. Why is Barry setting a goal of $500 million? Because we understand if we hit this goal of $2.025 billion by 2025, that'll produce $50 million in earnings each and every year for us to make a difference in the world. $50 million that we don't have to go out and fundraise every single year, that it's already there making the impact that we need. That is why this is such an important goal, and we'll continue to hear a lot of messaging about this in the next few years. Now, when we talk about where to give, that's the most important part of the puzzle. Ways to give is the next most important thing to think about. Each and every person's decision is different. Each and every person's decision is going to be unique. Somebody may be able to give cash. Somebody may be able to use their IRA. We offer a lot of different vehicles for you to figure out what tool works best for you. So not only do you want to have a variety of options of where you want to give, you also have a variety of options of how you can give to the foundation. And that's why myself and your district foundation leadership are here to help guide you through that process. This is a quick video that I'm not sure our technology is going to work for it today, but we have a website, rotary.org/shareforever. I talked about the endowment fund briefly, but if you go online and watch this video, it shows you how those earnings come back to you. It's a great, simple video for you to watch, to show people in your club, to get an understanding of how that endowment fund works. It just recently got released last week, so I wanted to show it. But if you have a chance, rotary.org/shareforever, you have an opportunity to watch it right there on the website. Oh, it worked. Wow. We'll skip this. Let's test it. Oh, there we go. We're back. Now, many of you have probably heard about your multi-million-dollar dinner journey that's going on right here in 7710. And I feel like Marie Howard would not let me leave a Rotary Club presentation without mentioning it. So this district is having incredible success with this $1 million dinner journey. Today, about $4.3 million last update I got from Marie has been committed in pledges, commitments, and outright gifts during this campaign. And there's still an opportunity to participate if you're interested. Marie and the district are asking people to give a major gift of $10,000 or more, either outright or in your estate. They can be done via pledge, cash, land income agreement, and there's going to be a celebratory dinner in early April, just before the Peace Center weekend, where we'll all come together and celebrate the success. I'll tell you, when I talk about this with my fellow major gift officers, and they're like, how's your $1 million dinner going? I'm telling them it's close to $6 million over 3 years. They're impressed. This district should be incredibly proud, and I thank every single person in this room that has already participated or is thinking about participating. It's a great way to make sure that this district continues to have great success going forward. So, as I said, $4.3 million with a $5 million goal. Marie and I both feel confident we're gonna hit that 5 million. Marie is looking to get to 6 million, and I think we can get there, but being at 4.3 and almost close to 5 is incredible, and everybody should be proud of what that's been able to accomplish. And with that, I'll open it up for any questions. Yes.
2 questions. Number one, areas of focus.
Yeah.
I imagine, health is always first.
Yeah.
Do the others fluctuate based on what's going on in the world, like we get
Yeah, that's a really good question. Richard was asking about, areas of focus and do they fluctuate? It's interesting because priorities change every year based on what grant requests are coming in. So if there's a really heavy year that people are really passionate about water projects, just like you said, we'll see more grants getting spent in that area. Ukraine in the past couple of years really directed a lot of money to the disaster response, and we've been transitioning to that as well. So you're spot on. And that's what makes the foundation great is we can accommodate that. We can adjust and adapt based on where more money's coming in that year to support what people are more passionate about and help them make a difference in that area.
My other question was, you said 80% of the Rotarians do not contribute, is that correct?
Correct, that's correct.
What do you think the barriers are for that? Why?
A lot of it is, it's a lot of the educational piece of understanding what the foundation is doing first and foremost. So a lot of it is the understanding that those dollars do make an impact and understanding that the foundation is a vehicle that can change people's lives right in the local community. A lot of people just say, oh, I'm talking about the foundation. They don't understand what the foundation is. They don't understand what they do because Rotary to them is just this club meeting every Monday or Tuesday afternoon. It's elevating people's mindset to get that understanding that Rotary is more than just this club meeting. Rotary is that global organization. And until that moment clicks for people, it takes a while to understand what Rotary is at a global level. And the foundation is a big piece of that. So that's number one. And second, I think there is some cultural things to it as well too, because we're such a global organization. In America, philanthropy is a heavy driver. There's a lot of people, the United States is a very philanthropic area of the world. In other parts of the world, they don't have the opportunity to give as much there too. So that's the second piece of it is that. So that's kind of the two most pieces, but we find all the time that we're continuing to have to educate people on what our foundation does and how it makes an impact, because you aren't going to give to something if you don't understand how it works and how it makes an impact. And that's really the biggest hurdle, I think, in my opinion. Yes.
Thinking about this, I've been under the, taking this apprehension that our quarterly dues included as a matter of course, $25 that goes to the foundation.
That is correct.
Is that correct?
Yes, yep. And so, sorry, I mean.
I'm not saying that is a way to avoid making another gift, but I was interested, you were talking about a large number of Rotarians who never get to the foundation. And I was wondering, isn't that a way to capture that money?
Yeah, that's a great point. So that's a really good, that kind of touches on both questions just got asked, right? A lot of clubs go about giving to the foundation in a variety of ways. Some people make it a part of their dues. And some clubs then never talk about that money that is a part of your dues that is being given to the foundation. So if you're just paying your dues check and are never told that, oh, my $25 is going to the Rotary Foundation, what does that do? You're never going to know what that money's doing. So each club goes about it differently in how they fundraise, but it also creates some challenges because of how every club is messaging. Leads to some challenges.
That's not universal.
That is not a universal thing. No, we leave it up, and that is. And yeah, it's up to each club how they want to create their culture, how they want to support the foundation with that. So this is what your club does, and it's a great thing, but not every club around the world automatically includes it in their dues.
John, thank you so much. And thank you for driving all the way from Charlotte, because you don't have enough stuff with Rotary on it. Here's a Rotary mug with the 4 weekends, but it says North Carolina on it. So thank you again for coming and talking to us. As you can see from John's talk, there's a lot of detail with the foundation, a lot of information out there. His email is Teich@Rotary International.
I got some.
Yeah, go see him for his card if you have follow-up questions. Patty's a great resource, to ask questions to. And then maybe, John Connell, thank you for your questions about the dues donations. Everybody here should have some Hall Hair Society points, and maybe during Foundation Month, Patty, we could somehow get that information out to everybody. So stay tuned, we'll have more foundation info, and, thank you again, John, that was great. Also, we had the call for tickets to be purchased today, and I believe we sold about 7 to 8 tickets already, so round of applause, everybody. Thank you. It's gonna be a great event, on Veterans Day. So with that, please, everybody rise and repeat after me in the 4-way test. In the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Meetings adjourned.
Good job, Karen. Way to go.